Let me tell y'all what happened. Okay, this is what happened. So we know that when I'm doing my mentoring, I do makeup on my YouTube channel. Subscribe. So I had someone reach out to me to be an ambassador for their makeup brand. I think that's what you call it. Ambassador. Yeah. Makeup brand ambassador. So I was thinking about it, and one of the decisions, I've made my decision, but one of the things that I was thinking about that weighed heavily on me the most is that it is a up and coming brand. And so when I was thinking about it, my attraction lately has been geared towards up and coming brands. And here's the reason why. I don't ever want to forget where I come from, where I came from. And I find oftentimes that people will jump on an opportunity from somebody that is has a big name or a big brand or something like that, but they don't give that same consideration to somebody who's on a smaller scale. And I think that that's really unfair. And the reason why I think it's unfair is because you could have the most amazing person that just started. They have all the credentials. They have put in all of the work, and they are someone who should be recognized, and that should be someone you would want to get on with at the beginning, so that when they do blow up, that you'll be one of the people that believed in them since the beginning, and so they'll always look out for you, right? And so that is the part of making the decision that made it really hard for me to decide what I wanted to do. But equally as important, and this is my lesson for you, you need to really consider and think about when you're making decisions for bigger brands, bigger names, and things of that nature. Example, I have a youth nonprofit, right? And so, although my target audience is high school and above, because I start talking to them at eighth grade, I had to separate Queen TT from my nonprofit. The reason why is because if I want someone to support me as Queen TT, it opened up who I could work with versus for the nonprofit. The nonprofit is very structured, a lot of rules. I could not work with someone who their image needed to be very clean. Okay. And so the decisions over there are very different than Queen TT. Queen TT can be a little bit edgier. And the reason why is because with Queen TT, I'm giving it to you the real way. I'm not sugarcoating anything, because sugarcoating things is what got a lot of you where you are. And that's just how I feel that is the direction I'm taking with Queen TT, and how I speak to you and the things that I speak to you about. And since I moved the two, I'm getting way more traction. Because that's what you guys wanted to hear. And I knew that. And so when I decide who I want to work with on this side, I can work with people that are a little more edgy or might cuss sometimes, depending on the words that they use, heavier topics, things like that. So you have to consider a lot of aspects when you're looking to work with someone. You can't just consider who they are and what the instant gratification may be. Here's the reason why. That brand is now going to be attached to your brand. Any things that they do will be attached to your brand. The mistakes that they make will be attached to your brand. Will everybody make mistakes? Of course we will. But some people live an edgier lifestyle, and that's their choice. Um, I'm sure I'll leave that alone. But in making your decision on who you are going to work with, think about everything. Think about how you would want somebody to think about you. And my best suggestion really would be to work with people that are on a smaller scale, because that's only where they started. That's not where they're going. And so if you look and you see, oh my gosh, I think that this could be a really good thing, then do it. Even if you have five great things that you can offer and they have two, don't consider it like that. Have a conversation and ask some of those questions that may be concerns, but just be really intentional with the decisions that you make, and don't ever count the person out that's on a smaller scale, because that doesn't mean that they are smaller. They could blow up overnight. We see it every day because of social media. So that's my tip for today. It was a long one. I'm sorry, running out of my voice. Talk to you later.